Santastic TV。
はい、どうも僕です。今回のですね、Santastic TV はなんと第3回目ってことでね、さんちゃんの3っていうことでね、実に縁起がいいと思うんですけども、今回はですね、先日代官山のエアーで行われた、室東京トライブ2リリースパーティーのために、全米のトップヒップホッププロデューサージャストブレイズが来日したんですけども、そのイベントが行われる、数時間前にですね、僕の、仕事場に、ジャストブレイズが遊びに来てくれたんですけど、その時の模様を、お送りしたいと思います。じゃあ、VTR 逆回転って違うか。
Just Blaze, Santa, Tokyo Tribe 2, Don't Be a Biscuit.
Welcome to my studio.
Thank you, happy to be here. It's crazy.
I heard you love the Japanese animation.
Yeah, I like a lot of the older ones from like the 80s, like the Robotech, what you guys called it, Macross or Macross.
Oh, really?
And like, what did you guys call it? We called it Voltron, but I think you called it Five Line.
It's like this.
Yeah.
In Japan we call it Voltage 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That.
助けてください。
And then like some of the like later stuff, like the Gundams and or like the robot stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was really when I was into that a lot when I was younger.
How old are you right now?
I just turned 30.
30.
30.
Oh, really?
I just turned 30 like a couple days ago. Or last week, 2 weeks ago. Something like that. 30.
2 weeks ago.
So, what is your most favorite Star Wars movie?
I don't know. Never really thought about it like that. I just look at it as a one whole big movie. Like one big 20-hour movie, you know? Probably Return of the Jedi.
Oh, me too.
Because you see Darth Vader's face, he takes the mask off.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I remember being like, you know, like 9 years old looking like, wow, that's what he looks like. Because you think he's going to be all young and or just powerful or evil looking, and he's like this beat up old man, and you're just like, you go from being scared of him to feeling sorry for him, you know. So that was kind of weird. Return of the Jedi, probably either that or the last one, the Revenge of the Sith.
So how do you think about the new episode 1, 2, 3?
I liked it. Some people didn't like it. I don't know why. You know, it's like if you look at things like George Lucas used to say, the reason I had to make episode 4 first is because if I started out with episode 1, it would have bored everybody to death. So he told you that 10, 20 years ago. He told you, like, you know, it's a story arc. It goes like this. You can't just start out like this and go like this the whole way through. Every story goes like this. Every good story has an arc. So that was the beginning of the arc. You know, it's like a gift and a curse because, you know, people look at episodes 4 through 6 as classics, but we couldn't have had 4 through 6 if we didn't have 1 through 3. I do think some of the voice acting could have been a little bit better. Some of the dialogue was a little corny. I think that's one place they went wrong, but I like it. I like it. You know, I like 1, 2, and 3, especially like 2 and 3. 1 was good. 2 and 3, I think, were really good. Like 3 was crazy.
Daisuki. You know, every day I'm drawing manga, you know, comic. So I heard if, you know, I'm making about 18 years for still working, making manga.
Right.
But if I, you know, stopped making 3 months, you know, I forgot about my skills. You understand?
You said like so you've been doing it for 18 years.
No, I'm 18 years working, so my skills is still up.
Right.
But if I stopped working 3 months,
yeah.
I forget the whole, you know, how to about the flavor to making. So, yes. So I'm afraid to stop thinking about the stories, how to draw. So you know
that's how you stay. That's how you stay on top of your game, though. You know, like it's the same thing with me. If I don't make beats for a little while, you start to forget. You know, you lose that little. You don't forget, but you lose that edge. You know. Meanwhile, when you're doing it constantly, you're constantly reinventing yourself. You're constantly thinking of new ideas, new techniques, new angles. If you stop, you know, and take a break, go on vacation for too long, or just get lazy, and you spend, you know, all of a sudden you turn around. I've been there. All of a sudden, after like 4 months, you're like, you know, I'll go through like 3 months where I get busy with other things other than making beats, and you go back and try to make a beat, and you're like, ooh, I don't know where to start. You know, or you don't know where to take it once you get to a certain point. So I have to constantly keep, you know, working. You know, otherwise, you know, you lose a little bit of that edge. And on top of that, there's always somebody waiting to take your spot. You know, there's always somebody ready to take over where you left off. You know. So whenever you're sleeping, somebody else is working, and they want your job.
So you always think about the sounds.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to think about what I can do next, where I can take it. You know, I'm always trying to just think ahead and be a step ahead of the career.
So how, you know, I love Teddy Riley for when he Guy Bradley and you know.
彼にニュージャックスイング好きだってことを言ったんですよ。それすごいびっくりして。
Really? But you know, I always Teddy Riley. I think he's a kind of genius, and but you know, someday his sounds, I think he's coming change because you know every time I checked his new works, I'm surprised. Wow, it's dope.
Right.
But someday, you know, Pharrell is he's a Jedi master of Teddy.
Yeah.
But Teddy is his sensei, right?
Yeah.
But you know, I think after the second album of Blackstreet album, and I love the second album of Blackstreet, but the third album is coming, you know, something strange because not, you know, exciting. Maybe he's, you know, some
I think maybe
magic
he's trying to keep up with what's happening nowadays because he kind of fell to the back seat a little bit. You know, like he kind of fell off, not because he wasn't talented, but because time changed and the sounds changed. So I think he went from innovating to almost trying to keep up, you know, and still add his own flavor to it. But I don't want to hear what Teddy Riley's interpretation of what today's music should sound like. I want him to do what tomorrow's music should sound like, because that's what always, you know, Guy was the future, you know. So it's kind of weird to see somebody going from that aspect to all of a sudden now like trying to keep up with latch on, you know, like. I think Teddy Riley is one of the greatest producers of his time and of all time. As far as R&B, he's probably like definitely top 3 or 4 R&B producers ever. You know, I just think he needs to. I don't know. He needs to go to the future. You know, just do something that sounds like nothing we've ever done before. I think if anybody can do it, he can, because he did it before.
I think it ain't easy to stay on top and stay fresh.
Nobody can do it forever, because eventually, once you get to that point, if you keep, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna start recycling yourself. If you just keep going and going, you have to take a break and kind of fall back for a second. The trick is, and what you hope is that when you do decide to come back, that you can just repeat it again to the next degree, you know. But nobody can stay on top forever and just keep rocking for 20 years straight. You know what I mean? It's just 30 years straight. It's not possible. You know, it has to go like this. That's how you maintain balance. You know, without balance, you're done.